geez, that got my heart going.
Adventure is waiting, dreams for the taking, it's all in view. The tension and ease, the wild and free. The moment is waiting, dreams for the taking, it's all in view. Everything is beautiful.
G'day adventurers, welcome back to another episode on Get Out There and Do It. Today, well this week, we are hiking the Cape to Cape Trail, which is 130 kilometre stretch of the WA coastline that goes through karri forests and limestone cliffs all the way from Cape Naturaliste to Cape Leeuwin. It was opened in 2001, I think, and yeah, we're off to a good start. We got dropped off here. We got a car at the end at Cape Leeuwin, and we've already seen some whales jumping in the water here at Cape Naturaliste. Started off pretty easy on some what would you call it, bitumised trails, because this is the section that is very touristy, right by the lighthouses. But Eliot's here. Say hey. Hi, Eliot. Hey. Hi, Eliot. And yeah, we're doing 7 days and 6 nights on the Cape to Cape, which is famous. If you haven't heard of it, come out from under that rock and welcome. This is what it looks like. And yeah, today we're only doing a short section of about 10 kilometres, which includes Sugarloaf Rock, about 150 lookouts, because this is where all the tourists come and it's the easiest walk. And we might stop at 3 Bears for a swim, and that's about the halfway mark to our first camp at Mount Duckworth. So yeah, we'll show you everything along the way. We'll show you camp, and yeah, enjoy the ride. I know we will.
So there we were beneath the burning sky, both had a reason to live, but so much more to die. Well, fate decide who has to go. We both know pain, but we deal it too.
Eliot's got his legs off already. Got his legs out for the boys. It's quite warm. We've been blessed with some lovely weather on day 1 at least. We're a couple of k's from Sugarloaf Rock. This is just about as good as it gets, really. You will have seen some lovely footage. Hopefully I can zoom in on a whale breaching, which was pretty cool. It's a bit windy for the drone, but hopefully in the mornings we'll be able to get the drone up and see some of the whales on that. But there's lots of animal life, heaps of birds. There's heaps of these scratchings as well, from maybe some bandicoots or chuditches or whatever you want to call them, but they're everywhere. So hopefully we see whatever's doing that.
Who's dealt more? Well, I leave that up to you. I circle round, but you double back.
Well, we've done 3.5 k's so far in about an hour, so we're not going super fast, but we're not going slow either. We're just at the first kind of real point of interest, Sugarloaf Rock. So we'll go have a look. It's probably a little bit windy still to get the drone up, but yeah, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Someone else will have a video of it on drone, I'm sure. But this is Sugarloaf Rock.
The time I turned you, there were facts. Well, I guess I met my man.
finally on single trail road. We are at the book, the trail book. So we'll sign in. Now we're on real trail. Not that bituminized stuff. This is what I was expecting. This is what we've been waiting for, with that as a view. These are the limestone cliffs that we were talking about at the start. All right, 3 Bears Surfer Beach. We are on the first bit of beach hiking for the Cape to Cape, and there's a fair bit of sea spray and it's soft. Apparently there's a boardwalk option up there, but we opted out of that. Was that the right decision?
Yeah, I think I should let the air out of my shoes soon.
Get the air out of the tyres. All right, let's go. It's a really cool bit. We are at Mount Duckworth Camp. Eliot's relaxing in his hammock.
Yay.
And we were told, well, everything I read on the internet said that Mount Duckworth Camp didn't have a water tank. But there is a water tank. And some of the other hikers here have said that there is definitely water in it, which is good news. So we'll do a little bit of a fill up tonight and we'll use the water from here for dinner as well, I guess. And there's loos water. Obviously treat it before you drink it, but that's a good little win. Wasn't sure there was going to be. But yeah, that's Mount Duckworth. There's campsites littered all the way through it. Alright, adventurers, I'm going to sign off while it's still light for the day. Tomorrow we have 23 kilometres to Moses Rock campsite. Eliot's chilling in his hammock. My tent's set up over there. I had the MRE, which the flameless heater bag took ages to heat up that time. It didn't go all the way. So it took about 25 minutes to heat up because it wasn't as hot as normal. Don't know what happened, but I'll hit up Survival Supplies Australia and see if it was just an older bag or something like that. Anyway, 10Ks today, pretty chill, pretty easy, nice warm up. Mount Duckworth campsite tonight, on to Yallingup in the morning to fill up with water and probably have breakfast or like a early lunch in Yallingup or something like that. Maybe get a coffee, treat ourselves. All right, see you in the morning. Good morning, adventurers. We have arisen and at like 6 o'clock in the morning, if not earlier. But we've had breakfast and it's water filter time. And then shortly we will hit the trail. But in these Cape to Cape campsites, all the water is rainwater tanks and sits in the rainwater tanks for a while. So you've got to filter it, boil it, or filter it like this with a Sawyer from Survival Supplies Australia. They're good people. Go check them out. If you use the link in the description, we get 5% of whatever you guys spend, which is awesome. It helps us get out here and do these things. But yeah, we'll pack up. I'm already just about done except for my water and packing my bag, and Eliot's just doing his tent, and yeah, we will be on the road shortly and I'll fill you in on what we're doing today. Morning, adventurers. Breakfast had, pack up done. We are back on the trail. We have Canal Rocks, Injured Up Natural Spa, Wired, how do you say it? Wired Up Bay, which is like a pebble beach. We've got Canal Rocks, if I didn't say that already, Quinnenut Falls. But first we cross through Yallingup, where we'll grab some morning tea or maybe even a coffee. And maybe a bottle of water to just drink while we're in town and top up my bladder. But 23 Ks today, so much bigger day than yesterday, and with a fair bit to see along the way, it might take a bit. But here we go, let's do it. Oh, there's Yallingup.
There's a serpent coiled in the lower chambers of my mind, and it always seems keen to strike, expose my bare bones and all.
Gone past one cafe because it was closed that had the best coffee in Yallingup apparently. Unfortunately we didn't get a coffee there, so we had to walk all the way to Cave's house. Now we're walking some shortcut that the local said to get back to the Cape to Cape, and I'm pretty sure he's given us a bum steer.
I'm pretty sure the no entry sign sums it up.
No entry? Ooh. Oh well, we'll figure it out. We definitely got a bum steer by the local, so now we're making our way back to the trail. The only way we know how. Oh, pair of thongs, handy. All right, bit of a detour, finally back on a trail. And back on the Cape to Cape. It doesn't get much better than this, does it?
A few 100,000 times or more, hiding in deep dark holes and behind closed doors, all alone, short breath and blurred sight. Will my fears have the last say? Will the tension in my bones be washed away? Can love undo the rhythms that time has made?
Smith's Beach, here we go.
Will love undo the rhythms that time has made? Oh yeah.
First little water crossing right on Smith's Beach. We've lost the shoes, as you will have seen. River comes in, crosses the beach. You know how it goes. G'day. So we just crossed Smith's Beach, the creek across Smith's Beach. I took my shoes off and we met Rosalind, who was tentative about taking her shoes off. So I gave her a lift over.
Oh, it was so awesome. I didn't have to take my shoes off. But on my Cape to Cape walk, I'm only doing sections. I'm absolutely amazed at the amount of small plastics along our coastline. So
There's less now, isn't there?
yes, I've picked up a small bagful, but on my way back I intend to grab a lot more. So
And you have your own socials? You do
Beach cleaning.
Beach cleaning Bustleton.
Beach Cleaning Bustleton, that's me.
So
have
you-
a look at my account.
Yeah, jump on, check out Rosalind's stuff, and click a follow, and we'll carry on with our walk. And they're just going for a coffee.
Yes, but we're going to Canal Rocks.
Canal Rocks. Oh, we're going to Canal Rocks too. We're finally back walking again after crossing the creek on Smith's Beach. There were some ladies that come up. You saw them on the film. So we helped them over, and then it took an hour. No, probably not, half an hour to clean our feet, dry our feet, so we didn't have sand in our socks and stuff. And well, you get a grain of sand in your sock and that's a blister. So a fair bit of effort went into drying and cleaning, and we're on the trail again, which is Smith's Beach. Straight off the beach and into the rocks.
There's a serpent, time carved its mark all across our minds. Planted seed in the trenches left behind.
Oh, look at that! Look at that hill we got to climb.
Will our fears have the last say? Will the violence in our bones be washed away? Can love undo the rhythms that time has made? Oh, will love undo the rhythms that time has made? I'm just a man with fragile words. Where can I turn to help me understand that love and peace and my own brutality? And no one seems to have it figured out yet. But the things I've seen, they won't let me turn back. Oh, the things I've seen, oh, the things I've seen, oh, the things.
Climb up that hill was the toughest thing we've done yet, hey?
Yeah.
That was, I don't often have breaks halfway up hills, but I definitely did there. That was absolutely hard. I can't even English right now, but that view makes it a little bit better. And that is Canal Rocks in the background. So let's go have a look at that.
Things I've seen, or that my fears and the violence in my bones has begun to dissipate. My eyes have yet to see how blood liberates. So far as I can tell, it has been, is, now will be love that saves.
Oh wow, and it still goes up. Oh, there you go, there's a better view of Canal Rocks. We found a little lookout and I got the drone out, so that should show you enough of Canal Rocks to feed your appetite until you come down here yourself. And now we are climbing limestone again. But shout out to whoever has brought all these rocks in, the extra rocks in to like make the steps. It's amazing. Fantastic work to whoever that is. This is wired up or waddy up. I'll put the name on the screen, the Pebble Beach. So it's all rocks and pebbles all the way along. This is an amazing section of the track. Wow. They don't look like pebbles from up here, they look like bloody huge rocks. Another creek crossing, but this time we have some stepping stones. We stopped and dealt with some little hot spots we had on our feet. Eliot had one on the sole of his foot, I had one on the side of my right heel. So we've stopped, got all the sand out of our socks and whatnot from the last beach walk, and applied some little blister patches, which hopefully do the job to get us through, well, 5 more days of hiking, but we should be fine. Give them a bit of a break with the blister patches on, and might not have to put them back on tomorrow, but might almost be worth just putting one on every day. Alright, here the swell is huge today, so this is Injured Up Natural Spa. The waves come over the rocks, but it's not safe for swimming today. There's just been some huge waves come right over and like nearly take out some people. So there will be no swimming done today. The last one was much bigger than that. So this is Injured Up Natural Spa. I'll chuck out some footage obviously before this, and you can see the water coming in the background there. The spa is a channel that goes through down there, people swim, and there's another one on top here, on top of the rocks. You can go for a swim in there, but that's way more risky because these rocks, this swell, it can come through there quite quick. But I've never seen the swell this high in the 3 or 4 times I've been here. Last time I was here, there was a beach here. Beautiful 20 or 30 meters of sand. But this is like proper high tide, really big swells. So if you do it, just really be careful.
Hey kid, you got a lot to give, but you're still hung up on the things you said you do but never did. Now you're standing in a courthouse as executioner, jury and judge, living out your life sentence hidden from.
Finally, after about what, 7 k's of wide, not boring but not as exciting trail, we've hit this and we're heading down to the water. This little bit wasn't that easy to see, so Eliot's just drawing an arrow in the sand for the people behind us. Now that we're going down to the beach, next stop is Quinnenut Brook and Quinnenut Falls.
You're waiting for the sun to set, 'cause when you sleep is when you forget. There's a weight upon this house that shakes you to your bones, leave you stranded in the dark, your heart out.
Look for some spots we can walk, we can cross. Yeah, but how deep is it? Have a go at the change from white beach sand to just straight up red dirt. And Quinnenut Falls in the background, flowing nicely on just like red rock, red brown rock versus all the limestone. Huge scenery change. And right there, it's beach. It's dune sand again. Insane. Oh, that is just epic. That has to be one of the hardest waterfalls that I've ever got to. That was one of the hardest waterfalls I've ever got to. But I think it made it that much more rewarding. You don't have to go do the Cape to Cape, the whole thing, to go see Quinnenut Falls. You can Google it and it's a 5 kilometre trail maybe. There might even be a car park closer, but on all trails there's a hike that's only 5 k's, the Quinnenut Falls trail. So it's I recommend it. Very, very cool waterfall, and when you've hiked for 2 days, that fresh water is very welcome. All right, we got 4.5 k's back into camp. It's already 4 o'clock, I think. So we got an hour and a half of walking, maybe. It's 10 past 4. Got an hour and a half of walking, and yeah, a quick setup, and hopefully we get done before dark. Should do.
You're not alone, 'cause everyone's gotta face forgiveness, 'cause everyone's done the share of harm. Turn to blind.
All right, we're just about at camp now. Finally, it's 5:30, so it'll be a quick set up a tent and get stuck straight into making dinner and filtering some water, because we need to get lots in us tonight to be ready for tomorrow. I've got my quads cramping and a couple of hot spots on my feet patched, but let's go. All right, you'll see we've set up. I'm not gonna record it anymore. Awesome day, 23 k's, but it hurt. I got blisters on both ankles, cramping in both quads, and but today was beautiful. People say that the first day is the most beautiful. I disagree. That day was epic with all the stuff that we've seen. Injured Up Natural Spa, Quinnenut Falls, Canal Rocks, and all the rest. Epic. Thanks for checking in for episode 1. That's the end of episode 1. Check in a fortnight for episode 2, where we carry on tomorrow morning. All right, thanks adventurers. See you next time.